Unfortunately, becoming the best version of yourself is actually not a privilege. You see, I was hit with this sobering fact just a couple weeks ago by something I quite literally never saw coming. I'm a pretty small YouTuber. At the time of recording this, I only have a little over 600 subscribers. And despite that, a couple months ago, or almost half a year ago in the summer, was reached out to from a subscriber all the way in New Zealand telling me about the wonderful app that he had built and how that my videos had inspired him to continue to do this thing, go after his best self, create an app that made $420 a month already just starting. And then, unfortunately, just last week, I was reached out with a comment right here from his mom saying that he passed away at the age of 27 peacefully in his home, and that our videos were some of the biggest inspirations to him, and that he sent him to her often. And I don't know what you're feeling right now, but I know that when I got that message, I was suddenly filled with a different level of emotion that I had quite literally never experienced before. I had seen it though. You see, if you've been following me for a long time, I am a fan of anime shows. If you don't know what anime is or any of them, it's the shows like Naruto and Bleach and One Piece is getting pretty popular, hard to miss. But the point of all these shows is that the character often has something horrible happen to them in the beginning. There's origin story that inspires the rest of the journey, right? And when I got this message from our boy's mom, I felt the same. I felt like, why me? What makes me special enough to have been able to provide this life for this young man? And how dare I ever continue to play my life anything less than the best version of myself ever again? Because this is what you have to understand is that being the best version of yourself is not a privilege, because there are people who you don't know, you will never know, watching and modeling and learning from everything that you do. And as Jim Rohn says, the best possible thing you can do for anybody that you care for or love is to work on yourself and to add more value to yourself. Because the truth is, guys, I only have 600 subscribers. The video that his mom commented on, there was only 57 views. There is times where I have wanted to quit because it didn't feel like it was fair. I felt like I was providing value. I felt like the videos I was making were truly making a difference. I felt like I was putting my heart and soul into every single thing that I did, and yet I never got those thousands and thousands of views. Why not? Why not me? What's going on? I've put out more videos than a lot of creators, right? However, what I didn't know is that I was already changing lives for a person across the other side of the globe. And all I was trying to do was become my best self, and not only that, put that out for others to see. So I'm not telling everybody you need to be a content creator, right? But even on a small scale, there's people who see you every day. You guys going through, especially if you're a business owner, especially if whatever the situation is, you're going to the store, you're going to school, you're going to work, you're going to the office, you're going to the shop. Whatever the situation is, there are people who your energy and your levels of development and your certain amount of value affects daily. And I'm not even talking about the people in our home, let alone them. Like, that's a whole different topic, especially if you're the leader. Especially, it doesn't even matter. Like in your house, there's people depending on your energy being at a level that's higher than normal. And maybe you're asking yourself, why do I have to be this, personal development, self-improvement, positive person when I see people clearly in my life who are negative, toxic, whatever, and they seem to be having all the results and the things that I want? Why is it that I can go on the internet and go look at younger people than myself or older than people than myself who are making millions of dollars, who are not good people, yet I have to struggle, I have to go through it. And now you're telling me not only that, not only do I have to go through the bad short end of the stick, but you want me to show up as my best, most positive self for complete strangers. Absolutely. Because this is the thing. Of course, I could sit up here and say that, yeah, I've made all these videos and I've only done these things just for myself and to help other people. But the truth is, I have completely changed my financial life, my coaching, my business, my career, everything. Right? I've gotten a whole bunch of positive. Look, you are not ignorant, I hope, to the fact that if you show up as your best self, if you start to read personal development, if you get a mentor who knows what they're talking about, if you literally, you could like read books and pick a goal, and that would put you ahead of most people. But let's say you already do that and you're still burnt out, you're still struggling. There's a reason why you're going through all of this and it feels like it's for no reason. And I was reminded when I got this message that the reason we go on any journey is not for the destination. Now, I know that's some corny stuff that people read in a book. If you are in poverty and you're struggling, right? The money is the savior. You're like, people are like, it doesn't make all the sense about the money. It's not the destination. You're like, it's definitely the destination, brother. My house is gonna get closed on next week if we don't get some bills, right? And maybe on the flip side, maybe it's not the money. Maybe you got finances all good, but your relationship's on paper thin. You don't know your children, right? You're stressed out. Maybe you're doing everything's great. Your kids think everything's fine. Your wife thinks everything's fine, or your husband thinks everything's fine. People in the street thinks everything's fine. You got money coming in, all that's good, but on the inside, you don't feel like it's all fine. And you're chasing something that you're never getting. You're trying to find and fill a hole that can never be filled, except for with purpose and love, grace, and gratitude. Right? These things are not willy-nilly woo-woo. A lot of people don't watch videos like this because they think, well, there's no way this is actually helpful. I admit I've done that, right? I've gone looking for the savior on YouTube for my business, looking for the video that's gonna like change the complete way that I think and alter my brain and teach me the new thing. But at the end of the day, it's always like not there. At the end of the day, all I have to do is show up as my best self, take action, do the hard things, right? Even you watching this video is semi distraction, but I asked you to give me the minutes and I'm going to give you your life back now. So if you want to be done with this, right? If you want to show up as your highest self in a way that does not cause you to burn out and to make you feel like you have to forcibly be David Goggins every single day, right? And just muscle it through because that's probably not going to work anyway, right? You have to get really, really clear, like disgustingly clear on why are you chasing the things that you're chasing anyway? What do you need saving from that you are seeking a savior in all of these things that are causing you to not show up as your best self or to have actual serious problems in your reality right now? Right? If I'm not with money and I want to attract more money, why? What is it that you think you're going to get from the money that you would like on a deeper level? Like not an item, right? Some people's like, I want more money so I can buy a bigger house. Okay, why do you want a bigger house? Well, I want a bigger house because, I got more kids and I need more room for them. Okay, so you with the kids, like they're actively saying that they don't have enough room, you're running out of room, there's no toys, like what's going on, right? And they're like, no, 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 no. It's like my kids are fine, they're happy, they love everything, right? I just feel like as their parent, I would like to provide for them a life better than I had. Okay, so what was the life that you had? Right? And then you ask them, and you go down this rabbit hole, and they say, well, the life I had, we all had to share a room, and we didn't get anything for Christmas, and my mom meant well, but she just didn't have a lot of money, and she was trying to do everything she could, right? And you say, okay, well, so then what is the life that the kids have, right? And then they next thing you know, the person will go, oh well, the kids they have their own room, but they're just pretty small rooms. They don't have enough closet space. We're running out of stuff. And then you can pause and you'll see the light bulb kind of go off in people's eyes. Like, oh wait, my kids already have a better life than I did. I have already accomplished the thing that I think that I'm chasing to get. And you start to be filled with gratitude. And you start to remember the house that you lived in with your mom when you didn't have the money and the fact that who you were a couple years ago. See, probably who you are right now is exactly to a T what you asked for 3 to 5 years ago. And that's tough. That's tough, especially if where you're at seems like it's not where you want to be, right? It seems like not what you asked for. But if you really honestly review, there was times when you were in your last bad spot 3, 4, 5 years ago. It was probably worse than where you're at now, maybe, hopefully, right? And the fact is you can go, Like for me, right? 5 years ago, all I wanted to do was work on my own schedule, get up in the morning to be able to go to the gym and not have to go clock into somebody else's office and do what they wanted, to have respect and to feel like I was providing value and to be home with my kids. Right. And literally I have done all of that shit. That's my life. Right. I don't nobody tells me when to come in here. I come in here on my own. This is an office away from my home, just so I can separate it. But I get up and go to the gym. There's nowhere to tell me. I can wear what I want. I can do what I want. Right? This is the life I asked for. I just wasn't very specific. I didn't say I wanted to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, right? Like we changed it up a bit. And so if you can begin to get ultra clear on what it is that you actually want and to tap back into that highest self and to ask yourself, why did I want that thing? And then you're like, okay, I already have it. Okay. So that doesn't change the fact that you can still set intentions of what you do want that you don't have. But you need to do it from a place of gratitude for what you've already gotten because you've proven it time and time again. You may have just forgotten. I hope this video woke you up. You've proven it time and time again to yourself that you can get anything that you really, really want. You can get it all. You can have it all, right? It just has a price. It has a cost, a sacrifice. And sometimes when we're going through the darkness and when we're feeling overwhelmed and we're feeling like nothing's on our side, we think that we're being left alone, but really that's just the price and the cost of the thing that we asked for a couple years ago, and it's on its way. It just can't get here unless you have the skills, and you can't get the skills unless you're in a place to want to get the skills. And sometimes, guys, look, the skills, the options have been offered to you in a peaceful way, right? Like this is a peaceful way for you to try to get back on track watching this video. The unpeaceful way is to have that pressure put on you financially, spiritually, mentally, physical, whatever, to where you are forced to have to either rise to the occasion or fall to the circumstances. And I want to encourage you and empower you to understand and know and trust that you never have to fall, that you always can keep rising. You can keep ascending. You can keep growing. Shit's going to happen. You can just get back up on your feet again. Right. So listen, the way I give you your life back is by just reminding you that you already have it. It's already done. If you want to join a community of rock stars who are literally shaping the way that we do through our manifestations, our mindset in business, in life, you can join True Diamond Mindset below. And if you want to work with me personally, one-on-one inside the inner circle, you can book a call. Peace, love, and prosperity. I'll see you on the next one.